Welcome, welcome every Aries on this planet. Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, Aries Venus and Mars. Welcome to my full moon in Cancer extensive horoscope reading. What it means, this extensive, is that it should be just for members, but I have noticed I have not so many members. Welcome to take my membership. So I keep this available, but for the long time, then it will go to the, let's say after the full moon, it will go to the membership. But if you wanna like look back to it later, but all this membership is to support me more. So thank you everybody who decide to do it. There is all this kind of possibilities to look all the videos I ever did. I started this channel 3 years ago, so there's all my archive videos, plus there is this how to be psychic course content that I'm committed to continue this year as well. And what I can say about that, I'm very excited, maybe for any areas that is like a interest of books. I'm very happy. Maybe some of my course content will be about this. I got just today in a mail the heroine's journey and the workbook, so who knows what I get out of this. But this is, for example, and another book I did order that is Grand Time to Meet Your Shadow in 2025, Meeting the Shadow. So anybody wanting to read this, I will read this finally. This has been on my list for a long time. Excellent book for anybody reading it now in January. Thank you for one Aries recommending this book. Anyway, now let's go. I think maybe some Aries are interested in the book, so this was a good point. Anyway, let's talk about what this reading is about. There is a spread I have created in my community post. You can see the visuals. It is based on a poem by Munshira Altaf, Remember That You Are. And here we are like remembering all the elements, 5 elements, water, air, water, earth, fire, and spirit. And we go through, and this wolf here now is a wolf moon, of course. It's not just, it's said to be Cancer wolf moon, but it's also wolf moon. So we have here in this table, in my sacred space, now I've created for you, we have a wolf in the center of this reading. First thing first, we start by pulling your crystals. So that will give you tarot deck, and there we go then doing the spread. And as well, I will, it's not so long reading, but I will have the current feelings of a person and what else, emotional landscape cards as well. There is a special cards created for this Cancer full moon to understand some what could be for you paying attention in this Cancer full moon. I have different cards here. Especially created material for this reading. If you want to look my course content, I have give free now on my first page. There is a full lesson about how to create your own tarot spread, and part of it is creating your own material, and that's what I have just been doing. So these are just related to full moon in Cancer. So we will pull in the sacred space to bring that energy in. Also, and often when I created material, what happened is that I let these cards be then in my current feelings of person. So they become like a time sensitive, in the sense like when later some card like that is pulled, it can bring memory of that. Let's say this theme of today is remember. There is sometimes value really to remember all parts of yourself and all, let's say, planetary effect in your life, like what happens under the wolf moon. Do you remember what happened 2025 under the full moon? And then if this card pops up, you might remember. So anyway, it can be value. Anyway, let's start. I see there is at least one person watching. So who is there? Aries available? I'm here 10 o'clock Belgium time, so maybe often my audience is from US. I think every US Aries is sleeping or should be sleeping, but welcome if you're here. I could say for any Aries in Europe, good morning. Good morning. It's a nice sunshine. Anyway, now let's focus. This will be your crystal for your extensive reading. Okay, sacral chakra. Nice, you will get erotic fantasy tarot. Nice, the wolf will have that kind of stories, but remember some erotic fantasies. But anyway, this wolf card is interesting. I thought to really, let's put the timer on, to really start to feel this kind of like a sacred space here, that wolf moon, we are letting this deck kind of digest all the things is said here. This wolf is listening because the spirit in the center is connect, listen, know, be still. So I thought like this deck will be like that, the spirit. All the time when we are doing this reading, it will just stare at you and it's like, I'm connecting, I'm listening, I'm knowing, and I'm being still. And then in the end, we pull this for your advice. But all the time in this sacred space, we have the wolf on the mountain top. And in the end, it can start to howl the message to you. Yes, so I thought this was like a nice, like a how to say, setting. So next thing, we will get this deck from here, but let's have this full moon in Cancer. It's a little bit light, this fabric here, but I'm used to do it on this velvet. But so let's see what is going on. What Aries need to know. Maybe this thing. I feel like immediately this one. What is it? It's a house. It's a nice house. Let's see. I can keep my house in order. I cleaned before I even had to. Okay. It is a nice message. A house in order. Where do we put this? We put this in the upper corner, possibly. Then we start. Let's say before we do this whole spread, I think I'll put the setting here. So what is the emotional landscape now coming into this very emotional Cancer full moon? Because we are currently having even Mars in retrograde in Cancer, and Mars is ruling planet of Aries. So I think it really, there is something about like a warrior needing to heal, having a healing, a self-care, and nurturing, and this kind of family place. Like there is something about really being in your house, having your like a focus on your own like a home base. Emotional landscape for Aries. Let's see, let's have this lock here. No, lock could be here because this is the urge in the reading. Let's put it like that. Emotional comes here. Aries. Emotions. Let's try to put them in the landscape. Let's put one in this water sign place. Here we have engaging. Okay, this is one card that dropped to my candle. It's kind of interesting, like a detail that this card has actually almost burned. Got a little bit stearine in it, but engaging. Maybe sometimes when you engage with people, you get a little bit burned. Then we have here vulnerable. Okay, this is really going to Cancer style of feelings. Vulnerable is, okay, this was actually what is going on here. These are like all, okay, dating. And beautiful. And one more to put in this kind of water realms. Oh, can it come out? This fabric is not the most ideal to touch. Anyway, lovely minded. Okay, it's good to be this kind of a bit love in your head. So next we put this one here already. This will be the use. Now I think I will use, I have this kind of new heart-shaped box for the feelings. So let's have some current feelings of a person before we go in this. Not gonna be so long reading this. So I'm gonna take from this big feelings some. And I don't have to take more, I take a little bit from, this is already ready for the Valentine. Then we have this girl here with a lot of feelings popping out. These are the small ones. Current feelings of your person, Aries. Aries collective. Interesting, there is this kind of mirror here. Nice. This. Okay, I have to feel this. Okay. Doesn't have to be so many. Okay, very compatible. So there is this feeling. How we put this? Maybe space is limited, but I want this last forever. The positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Winston Churchill. Nice. This Winston Churchill, I think, came now in my Sunday reading too. This must be very important then. And Shallow by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Is Lady Gaga Aries? I have a feeling it is. So we have this energy here. I'm of the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Grab through the surface where they can't hurt us. We are far from shallow now. A star is born. Wow. This song might be something for you now to listen. The full moon in Cancer. Some beautiful connection with the music. And then we have here, if the version of you from 5 years ago could see you right now, they would be so proud. Keep going. I like this. Very nice messages. So here we go. We let the wolf be still and we start circling these elements. So remember, Aries, that you are air. Observe, breathe, focus, and decide. And what is the card for this position? Then remember that you are water, cry, cleans, flow, let go. Aries, Aries. Remember that you are earth, ground, give, build, heal. And Aries, Aries. Remember that you are fire, burn, tame, adapt, ignite. And now we see. Oh, this is with the wolf. Let's see your air. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. So this is completion, really like a getting, leaving a legacy, having a stable foundation, getting the fruit of your labor. Air, observe, breathe, focus, decide. Yes, you having a big focus, ability to observe, even breathe out. And in this is clear decision making has, that is making you have this. If you don't have yet the full abundance, I mean, this is a little bit negative, full abundance and this bride getting married, you will, if you are really focused on this. You just have to decide, for example, that you're getting married and you will. It's all about deciding like that you want to have the complete abundance in your life. This is totally like you are the one who makes your like wealth and okay, like you are the package, like a package deal. I would say, like you are the full package. But this is really to focus to this, to understand, like kind of like observe yourself, how much you like, be grateful all that you got already. But this is a beautiful thing to remember, that you are this full package. Don't think less of yourself. You are really like a ideal partner. Put a little thing here. Let's see if I have this booklet. I always should have them ready to go. But I have no idea which one comes, so of course this is the only one who I don't have right away here. Where is that thing? Here. Okay, I have it. So let's see. Yes, and today I was starting this reading and I didn't even tag any areas. I didn't put any areas tag, like hashtags, so who knows who will find this video. But if you do like it, give a like and so on. I just wanted to start doing this, not thinking about the practicalities that should be good for my channel. But here we go, this first reading, and sun is shining into my face. Erotic fantasy under the full moon in Cancer. And you are having an air position, the bride who gets married. So this is the text here. The strength of one's possessions. The servants care for their lady. Our own security gives us the peace of mind to enjoy pleasures. Remember, it's nice that the remember is here, even is in my spread. Remember this element in you, air. But air is, of course, would feel almost like a dream day that you get married or you have this full legacy. Remember what you have and the value of the experiences you have had. So it's really like maybe some areas is already like having all. You just have to remember and appreciate what you got. It's here. So then next thing is the water. Cry, cleanse, flow, let go. What is here? Okay, so we have this boat story. This is actually Six of Swords is always like conscious related, in the sense like in some stories the sun god Ra goes with the boat, and in the night it's the kind of the snake is attacking. There is this kind of like a subconscious mind, conscious mind. What is in the boat is in your conscious, what is in your conscious. So it's almost like you close your eyes and then there is another world. But this is a healing card, of course, but it's kind of like a healing consciousness, healing your consciousness, because this is in the water position. Cry, cleanse, flow, let go. So what is it? This can be also like in some stories the funeral, like the boatman bringing the person to another shore, the dead person. It's kind of like a transition. But healing, it can feel like echo death. It can feel like something have to shift. And this is beautiful. Again, the couple is kissing here in the boat. Ferryman. Of course, we have here very much like a sword energy. So something. These swords are full in the boat, but they are not heavy, in the sense that nothing in the mind is like visibly heavy, but it can be like a hurting. What has words that have hurt us, for example, if we carry some baggage with us. But here anyway the healing is happening. The people are going to the calmer waters to easier life or something. This healing is such a theme in the Cancer full moon. It's really like the crab have got a hit in the shell and they need to be like patching it out. So I think I'm gonna read this again from here. What this says. Pay attention to this kind of healing of your emotions. Where's my swords? So remember, path of change, the ferryman and the crossing of the river, pursuing an increasingly greater understanding. Undertake some changes together, keeping your loved one close by your side. Yes, that's a beautiful thing. Like you have understood that you are stronger together. Can be even a work like you have team, but you start to understand the value of a good teamwork. Teamwork makes a dream work. You have started to understand this kind of like connecting and not isolating. Like connection is healing. And who do you connect? Who is this? Keep your, what was this say? Keeping your loved one close by your side. Like you have an ally. You have this kind of knight by your side, or like a warrior queen. That you have all this kind of perfect like ally, and it's healing to share the load. The vulnerability maybe is a theme of this full moon in Cancer, like able to talk about your truth, which is very like a high form of intimacy. So this swords could be painful truths that has to be expressed, but it can be healing to be able to share that with the person you love. And then we have here the earth position, ground, give, build, heal. Wow, amazing. We have here full moon in Cancer and such a Cancerian card. Of course, this can be connected to Pisces too or Scorpio, but really this is moon is here also. High Priestess, Major Arcana, pointing out that your biggest breakthrough might happen in the earth. Grounding, giving, building, healing. Healing is a theme here too, but this amazing, powerful, and of course, often the spread things that are like here aligned. So you being already recognized as this kind of winner, abundant person, here in the spotlight, in the air, underneath, behind the veil, is the true power. The queen on the throne, the book person who reads a lot, who studies a lot, is a wise queen is here. Grounded with the wisdom. Wow. And rising then to this abundance with the wisdom. Amazing. I love this card. Let's read this. These numbers are now 10, 6, 2. Sometimes they might make sense to some people. Beautiful Major Arcana in your earth. You're grounded in the wisdom. Wow. Remember what abilities you have to be like a high priestess. Very timely that I actually let be this high priestess episode on my channel. This is to learn to do your own tarot spread. This is exactly, I spent some days to kind of really reflect what kind of spread would be needed now. But there I have a full lesson about talking about the shapes and forms and how you can create your own. But this is amazing. And it's a second week. That's why I wanted that episode to be there, because I felt like it's such a nice thing that is matching the week of the year. And this is also matching the week of the year now. And even going forward, I was so happy to think that my next Paradise 2 episode in Divine Comedy, it's about Dante and Beatrice going to the moon. And there is a full moon in Monday. Like I'm Sunday talking about the moon, and then now is full moon. Sometimes it's so beautiful to see things being so aligned, and this is totally aligned to this full moon in Cancer, completely aligned, and in your earth. So this could have a very grounding effect on you, this whole full moon. In Cancer, pay attention this kind of earth, ground, give, build, heal, building. It is a theme now. So the truth behind simple knowledge, connection with the spirit world, love beyond pleasure, open up to your partner again. So this is again saying to you, open up to the healing happens possibly in this kind of transaction, in this kind of changing of masculine and feminine, like a polar opposites. It happens in this relation. It can be really like a, can I say this word in YouTube? Sexual healing can be also part of this, because emotions are here, earth is here. There's this person getting married, very relationship focused in the sense that you're a perfect partner to somebody. If you don't have a partner, you are seen like that. You are like a rising star. Anyway, let's see what is in your fire, because this fire is of course your main element always. But remember, your ruling planet Mars is currently in Cancer, so it's completely watered. It's like, it is almost like, how could I say? Yeah, maybe the water in your sign, winter, there would be ice candle. Like the water would be like that. There would be still fire, but it would be like an ice candle, something like this. So the water would be present, but there would be still the little flame. I cannot believe that the fire of Aries burns out like it. I don't think so. There's like somehow the water is there, or the candle is floating in the water, something like this, but it's not completely off. Let's see your fire. Fire is burn, tame, adapt, ignite. Wow. Apocalypse Now card usually is, this is kind of like in some decks, angel blowing the horn, angel Gabriel coming to give a notice that I mean, even Gabriel was the one who was saying like Virgin Mary is getting pregnant. Like, oh my god, there is some kind of, this is my Lock Lady card that I designed the last. So I find it funny, this is kind of prophecy card. And that is in your fire. Burn, tame, adapt, ignite, prophecy, revelation, awakening, having some New Year resolution, really hammering in your head like what you got to do. Angel is blowing the horn. Like, wake up, Aries, it's time to shine. Interesting. Let's read. It's very healing as well, this angel. Major arcana in your earth and in your fire. So Aries collective. Awareness, the need for change, divine revelation, move on in order to achieve satisfaction, action, accept what does not work and prepare for change. Kind of like, indeed, New Year resolution. Like what doesn't work, you can change it this year. Beautiful. To remember all this, almost like you remember you have a guardian angel here. Remember you have this powerful, wise female type activated. Dark feminine. I was almost putting in this space my dark Venus art, but it's in my video if you want to see this video of how to be high priestess. But dark Venus. Venus is currently in Pisces. This could be also be something influencing all this stuff. Piscean water things. This can be really Piscean stuff. Venus makes everything like a dreamy. So dreams can be very healing, to dream these big dreams. Dare to dream, Aries. Shika Yadav say, Akash, current feeling for me and love me. Does he love me? Welcome. Are you Aries perhaps? This is now my extensive full moon sign readings. This is Aries. So after I finish this, I do accept a question from Aries. Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. It has to be some placement of Aries that you admit. Of course, I welcome here all the cross watchers too, but I would like to do this question for someone who is Aries so people can relate. And to remind, this reading will go in my membership after full moon. So I was even thinking this is always been my point why to do this even, because these shadow readings can be very personal. So it's kind of nice that they are not publicly there always to be like a pointed out like, this person has this issue. It's really personal, sometimes shadow, and I'm willing to look into these dark spots. In the relationship too. I mean, it can be just simple love reading without any bad shadows, but often it can give you a lot of awareness. Now, I think we go to see what the wolf has to say, because this is the spirit here present. Connect, listen, know, be still. What the wolf knows. What the wolf knows. What she knows. She knows. What she knows. Oval, spirit oval, 852 hertz, 20. Okay. We have a wise oval matching with this kind of book knowledge, like a kind of like a Harry Potter stuff is coming clearly here. For Aries. Interesting. And this reading doesn't have to be so long, but indeed admit that you are Aries if you ask me a question, and then I can take your question, but you have to be Aries. Now, and next thing, of course, I go forward is Taurus, Gemini, and so on. So we will do these sign readings. Today I do until Cancer, and then tomorrow I do the 4 other signs, and then Saturday I do the last 4 signs. Now, advice card. Spirit Oval, 852 Hz. Recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Spirit Owl is a wisdom bearer, the one who perceives the intended meaning underlying words and the truth behind appearances. Even in darkness, Spirit Owl senses subtle movements with accuracy. The heightened sense of a Spirit Owl are akin to the supernatural perception of higher self. Your higher self sees through illusion and with compassion. It astutely recognizes the agendas of the ego and tunes into the empowering energies of the universe to find a constructive way to express its loving purpose. Spirit Owl enhances your connection to your higher self, guiding you beneath the compelling nature of appearances, where a vastly different and spiritually empowering perspective is available to you. From just such heightened awareness, you can accurately intuit the complex drives at work in yourself and others. This makes it easier to have a compassion outwit negativity and make decisions that are helpful and healing rather than adding to the confusion or disorder. When Spirit Oil appears in a reading, a mystery is soon to be resolved, and the ensuing clarity will bring relief and spiritual reward. As Spirit Oil is a message bearer, this oracle is also a positive omen for your future, a sign that a seemingly impossible or impenetrable situation is unraveling. That is now for Aries and Aries Collective. So let me see if there is this question, but I really want to know that you are Aries. That's one thing. So are you Aries, Shikha Yadav? That is my question for you. And I think I start cleaning this table in the meanwhile. That was your sacred reading. And this one here. So I don't see anybody saying clearly their Aries, so I will end my reading here. I come soon back for Taurus. Thank you for watching this, and subscribe if you already didn't. That also is my requirement. If you ever ask me a question, you should always subscribe to my channel. So at least you can do when I look into your situation. So thank you for watching. This is my extensive full moon in Cancer reading for Aries. Okay, bye.